Hey, welcome back to the channel. It's your man Wise, and today we are reacting to a video from our guy Benny over at the Benny Show. Hey man, Charlamagne going in on Kamala Harris. Say it ain't so. We got to get into this video, man. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. Drop me a comment. I'm looking forward to hearing from you guys. Share this information, man. Share the video, man. Facebook, Reddit, any place. People, do it, please. Turn your notification bells on so you never miss an upload. And without further ado, there you go.
What's up, guys? Your boy Benny. Charlamagne The God is one of these interesting media characters who is a Democrat. I doubt he's ever voted for a Republican, but he brings this extremely open mind that we really appreciate, where he has guys like Vivek and Byron Donalds on his show. Would he have Trump on his show? Absolutely. I think part of that is because Joe Biden told Charlamagne The God in the most famous clip the guy's ever produced that he ain't black.
If you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black.
So disrespectful. And the fact that people, black people, went out and voted for this guy at a 92% clip in 2020. So frustrating, man. It's just so frustrating.
Talk about a black pill. Yes, this is how you begin to lose people, like not inviting Elon Musk to the electric vehicle summit at the White House. Like, this is how you isolate people. This is not how to make friends and influence people. It's the opposite. Charlamagne The God has now been going out really.
If you haven't checked that book out, go check it out. Dale Carnegie, How to Win Friends and Influence People. A great book, a classic. Audio version is good as well. Either one, go check it out.
Really hard against Kamala Harris. Will he vote for Kamala Harris? I think so. Probably. But he's been savaging Kamala Harris. I mean, I have no indication he's going to vote for Trump. He should. He should. But he's been savaging Kamala Harris to his extremely popular, I think the most popular urban radio show in the country, saying Trump's America First message resonates with voters. Kamala Harris' ticket is very out of touch. He's right.
He's absolutely right. He's 1,000% right. Her message is out of touch. And Trump's message, making America great again, America first, America strong, putting American citizens in front of everybody else. We got to take care of home first. It resonates with everybody. Everybody can get on board with that.
But in this era of propaganda and lies, just saying true things is, well, an act of bravery.
Regards to messaging, like a lot of reporters, and they'll be talking to Trump or JD Vance, and they'll be talking to them about things that are happening right here in America. Because it is an election season right here in America. So it's so many things that we care about here, like, right? So it's always America first. But then, you know, you go to Tim Walz and they're asking him about geopolitical politics. And I think a lot of times that makes them sound, you know, very out of touch. It makes them sound very out of touch to what's actually going on right here in America.
We're talking about things that's happening overseas and not talking about what's here. But that's what they're being asked.
But that stuff gets highlighted over, you know, what's happening right here in this country. And when you hear, you know, the Vances and the Trumps talking about what's happening here at home and saying things like America first, and make America great again, that messaging sometimes resonates a lot more.
People they live in it.
Exactly. You saw what happened in North Carolina. As soon as you, I think this weekend they announced how much money they would send into, I think it was Lebanon. People got outraged. They was like, yo, what about us right here in North Carolina? So like that America first messaging goes much farther, especially during election season.
So what he's talking about there is, of course, the fact that on the same day that our federal government announced that the people who had their entire lives atomized and splintered into dust, if they're alive at all, there are hundreds of people who are being pulled from the mud right now in North Carolina. Those people were given pennies by their federal government with zero response. And on the same day.
Now, somebody in the comment section, answer this question for me. I hadn't had the time to do some research on it, but the $750 that's being given to those folks down there, if they qualify, it's a loan and they got to pay it back. Is that true? Is that true? They gave, you know what, $100+ million to Taiwan, $150 some odd million to Lebanon, couple billion, you know, again, over to Ukraine. Are those loans or gifts? But you give money to the American people and you said they say it's a loan. Is that true?
The Kamala Harris announces hundreds of millions of dollars for Lebanon, like effectively a terrorist state, from our federal government, and nothing for the people of this country. Charlamagne slams Kamala Harris, says Trump Vance ticket America First messaging resonates with voters a lot more. Gee, who would have thought? that having some type of like global perspective on every. Listen, the reason why we call them globalists, right? Yeah. Charlamagne says that Trump's messaging resonates with voters and Kamala is very, very out of touch. When you've lost Charlamagne the God, you're in big trouble, says Tim Murtaugh, one of Trump's top advisors. Charlamagne finally starts waking up, and that's a great thing. Check this out. Charlamagne, I don't want my tax dollars funding sex changes for prisoners and criminal aliens. This is insane. Okay, so let's begin by saying this is possibly one of the most, this is without a doubt the most radical political position that any candidate has had for president in my lifetime. There's been some very bad candidates for president in my lifetime. Kamala Harris saying this, there is no, this is the most extreme by a wide margin.
Taxpayer-funded sex changes for prisoners.
Surgery.
For prisoners.
For prisoners. Every transgender inmate in the prison system would have access.
It's hard to believe, but it's true. Even the liberal media was shocked Kamala supports taxpayer-funded sex changes for prisoners and illegal aliens.
So, like, she said it. You're not going to be able. Like, she said it, and she wrote it down in a questionnaire. You're not going to be able to get around that. Charlamagne the God saying it's exactly these kind of stances is why Kamala Harris is doing so poorly with, well, everyone.
And during the football games this weekend, claiming the vice president supports funding gender transition surgeries for all prison inmates and migrants in the U.S. That was nuts.
I don't know if it was, I wouldn't say nuts, but that was crazy.
That was funny.
Envy had to clean it up for. He was like, no, I don't know if we want to say nuts. Because I mean, think about what what's happening. They're actually chopping gonads off. Like, come on, man. And y'all want the taxpayers to fund it?
I don't know if it was the backdrop of football, but when you hear the narrator say Kamala supports taxpayer-funded sex changes for prisoners, that one line, I was like, hell no, I don't want my taxpayer dollars going to that.
I definitely see that. She did
that ad was effective.
Kamala took a picture with a transgender. And it was this is what they were saying, that it made it seem like Kamala supports transgender sex changes in jail with our money. That's what it came across.
Is that what they're saying?
It literally said that Kamala supports taxpayer-funded sex changes for prisoners. And it talks about how, she supports funding gender transition surgeries for all prison inmates and migrants in the United States. That ad was impactful. It was. I'm not going to lie. I was like, damn.
Was it because it was during football?
Yes.
I think it was because it was during football.
But the last week, the contrast of it.
Yes.
But the last week they had the same thing running on Tim Walsh and said he likes tampons in boys' bathrooms.
I would not have paid that. I don't think I would have paid that commercial no attention if it was any other time. But when you're watching football and you just
what the hell?
Yeah. Me and a couple of my guys, we get together every Sunday. We watch football. This is what we do. We've been doing it for a long time. We watch football. And one of the fellas, he hadn't seen that commercial, and it came on. And it shocked. Because, I mean, it's a startling ad. It really is. And he's like, wait, what? Now, mind you, this isn't some staunch Democrat individual. He is a Trump supporter, but he hadn't seen that ad before. And he was flabbergasted. It shocked the heck out of him. He's like, wait, what? Hold up. Time out. What? Is this real? And he turns to me. He knows what I do. He knows what I do. He turns to me and looks at me like, bro, is this real? I was like, this is the first time you've seen this? He was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, I talked about it, maybe about a week or so ago. Yes, this is a real thing. This is a thing.
Brandon Tatum, Charlamagne the God applauded Trump's recent ad that he's seen during the commercials of the NFL games, taxpayer-funded sex changes. Hell no, I don't want my tax dollars going to that. Really amazing. He's been criticizing Joe Biden, saying that Joe Biden wearing the Trump hat is a terrible messaging. He's backstabbing Kamala Harris. Doesn't seem like a show of support for Harris. This is what I'm talking about. Just the ability to say the true thing. You got to give credit to that. Is Charlamagne the God going to put on a red MAGA hat and vote for Trump? I don't think so.
I think he is going to vote for Trump. Will he put a MAGA hat on? No. But this dude's a multimillionaire, owns multiple businesses. He knows which party and which candidate is more pro-business. He knows if you support Kamala Harris, you're basically, supporting more money being taken from you if you are a business owner.
He should. They're in shambles right now. The newest polls show just absolute total collapse for Kamala Harris across the board. Nightmarish collapses in all these swing states. 9-point swing to Trump in Pennsylvania, 8-point swing to Trump in Michigan, and a 6-point swing to Trump in Wisconsin. Bro, You're done, dude. You're finished. You're finished. They're putting Joe Biden at the Fisher-Price desk. They're ready to move out. Kamala Harris clearly having panic attacks on air, her voice cracking over these all-important hurricane briefings.
Florida, and in particular, the people of the Tampa region, we urge you to take this storm seriously.
Kamala Harris caught lacking today as well with, barking at one of her staffers during a live broadcast. It's live. We're live.
We really got to watch those areas and those communities. So it takes quite a while for that water to drain. Got to watch those areas and those communities. So it really got to watch those areas and those communities. So it takes quite a while for that water.
Someone's getting a vodka bottle thrown at them.
I'm sure whoever that was, oh man, they got cussed out like it was nobody's business. I mean, it's just fumble after fumble, gaff after gaff with this one. I mean, I would say it's unbelievable, but it's not. It's not.
After this, the whole thing's an absolute mess, and we can absolutely see why Charlamagne the God is saying, yeah, Democrats are a disaster right now. I'll end with this. There was a special clip of Charlamagne the God, and one of our favorite clips probably ever in the media ecosystem, interviewing Kamala Harris. This is from years ago. And the interview goes so poorly, and this is something that they've done now many times, that a staffer comes in to like yank Kamala Harris out of the booth, right? Like grab her and like pull her away. Because Charlamagne the God is actually asking real questions. Again, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. I think that at the very least, Charlamagne the God, while he might be a Democrat, he's like honest and he asks real questions. And
I think Charlamagne has actually come out as an independent, I believe. Don't quote me, but I believe that if you guys have seen that somewhere, let me know in the comment section. I think Charlamagne has come out as a independent who plans on supporting Kamala Harris. At least that's what he said.
You can see that in this, the worst interview Kamala Harris has ever had. And that's saying a lot. Here we go.
Is it Joe Manchin or Joe Biden, Madam Vice President?
Come on, Charlamagne.
Come
on. It's Joe Biden.
I can't tell sometimes.
No. It's Joe Biden. It's Joe Biden. And don't start talking like a Republican about asking whether or not he's president. It's Joe Biden.
Do you think Joe Manchin is a problem?
It's Joe Biden. And I'm vice president, and my name is Kamala Harris. And the reality is, because we are in office, we do the things like the child tax credit, which is going to reduce black child poverty by 50%, on track to do that. We do things that are about saying that our Department of Justice is going to do these investigations and require that we end chokeholds and have body cameras. It is the work of saying we're going to get lead out of pipes and paint because our babies are suffering because of that. It is the work of saying people who ride public transit deserve the same kind of dignity that anybody else does. So let's improve that system. It is the work of saying that we have got to bring down prescription drug costs because folks who have diabetes should not be dying because they don't have enough money in their pocket. It's about saying black maternal mortality is a real issue that must be treated by everybody, including the White House, as a serious issue. Okay? So I hear the frustration, but let's not deny the impact that we've had and agree also that there is a whole lot more work to be done. And it is not easy to do. But we will not give up, and I will not give up.
That lady is full of it, yo. She really is, man. And I'm so glad that people are seeing through the fakeness of who this lady is. I'm so glad for it, man. I really am. And Charlamagne, I got to give it to him, man. The last couple weeks, a couple of things that we've covered, man, is he's showing himself to be, a little more partial. And let's just keep it real. I can appreciate, Charlamagne from time to time calling a spade a spade. That daggone commercial, extremely impactful. Extremely. I mean, I had covered it on this, and when I seen it, it made me stop and just like, whoa. Let me know what you guys think, man. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. Drop me a comment down below. Consider joining the ARP family. Keep God first in your life. Stay prayed up. We'll catch up with you all next time. Peace.